All right, weekend sports betting tips on the Barroom Network. I called Anthony on the phone. I was like, Elon will only let premium accounts stream live from StreamYard now on X. So if we want to put it on our pages, we got to retweet the YouTube link. So upgrade,
really?
or does Sean have an up? Yeah, you have.
I'm YouTube Premium.
Are you premium?
Yeah, he's Cadillac of Twitter.
Are you
Blue check mark and all.
Blue check mark?
Yeah.
He's a celebrity now.
How much is it a month?
It's like $75 for the year, Tooch.
Okay, I think I probably upgrade soon. But
I mean, it's worth it just for that kind of nonsense. Some people are like, oh, I don't have to pay. I was trying to get a verified, like years and years ago. I'm like, because just doing what we do, how many jokers and nonsense people are out there? At least you got a check mark. You're semi-real. Like you got to come up with an ID for the people, Yep.
True.
As soon as they're like, because I tried to get verification, like, oh, you don't have enough followers, and this was on my old Sean Higgs before 2019. You don't have, you're not important enough. It's like basically you don't have enough influence. I'm like, I want one because I want to prove people I'm real.
Yeah.
How many fake troll accounts are there?
There's a lot of fake ones.
Not just betting content, but any kind of content.
Yeah.
I'd want real people.
Yeah, that was his deal too. He was trying to get rid of all the bots, make them pay, and then a lot of those ones will give up, and you have a lot less bots. But
yeah, good.
We got I'm taking all your questions. Remember, if we sweep today 3-0 on the show, one viewer receive a free weekend VIP pass. All you have to do is retweet the show. All right, today we're going to take a look at MLB Futures with the second half look ahead. Why don't we just jump right into it, or anything? All right.
Let's go.
Got AL East winner. Those are the odds. Not a lot of value there. Sean, what do you think? To me, I think the Orioles are the best team. I would take them over the Yankees.
Yeah, I can't believe the Yankees are minus 105. Is that a joke?
They were minus 120. This must be a DraftKings thing because Offshore had them minus 120, and Orioles at even money.
VSiN numbers.
There's like 5 and 22. I mean, listen, the Yankees got a lot of problems, and I don't think they're paying. I don't think they're going to pay the freight. And we're going to give up Dominguez, their stud guy, to go get a pitcher. They're not doing that. It's the Orioles again. 105. Am I going to make a bet of minus 105? No, because we had an early season bet on them to win a division, and even when they were down a couple games from the Yanks, I forgot what we got it out of. I mentioned on Midday Money. But they have the minor leagues to go and get whoever they need. And they need a starter or two. And we've talked about this last 2 weeks, right? Starting pitching, get as much as you can, and they need a bullpen guy. Now, the Red Sox at $2 here, 20-1. If you want to put a little flyer on that one, I'm not going to say no to that. They got some young pitchers.
Yeah.
Again, will these guys kind of hit the wall? I think we could probably get that tired out pitching, but I'm not going to hate that one. No thank you on the Rays, and the Jays, I think, should be sellers.
Blue Jays should be big sellers. Big sellers.
They got all the pitchers for all these teams, so they could do a quick kind of rebuild if they trade Gausman, Bassett, and Barrios, even Kikuchi.
Oh, yeah.
They'll get guys back.
My big bold move here is the Orioles will trade Jackson Holiday before the trade deadline.
Why not?
100%. That's their way of getting another pitcher, and probably a big-name pitcher. They can get a Gausman. You trade Jackson Holiday for a Gausman, on that caliber, I think that's a fair trade. You don't need Jackson Holiday on the team. Your team is stacked. You got so many hitters.
He's got the hype. Even what's his name? Kirsten Herstad or whoever.
Yeah.
They have a stacked system.
That's what I'm saying.
I would try to trade, if I'm trading him, like he's like the big hot name, I'm calling the A's for their Mason Miller.
So I was watching Major League 2 before I went on here, and if I'm Mason Miller, I'm calling out to Wild Thing, throwing 103 miles an hour.
Mason Miller. Mason Miller was Paul Skeens before Paul Skeens was 2 years ago. I don't think people remember Mason Miller was a starter.
Oh, me and Tooch do. We bet against him, and yeah.
Oh, Mason Miller. All right, yeah. Paul Skeens revisited.
Me and Tooch were like, dude, this dude's good.
The Orioles need a left-handed starter, really. What about Tyler Anderson?
He's going to the Dodgers. That's a Dodger. That's
going to the
play
Dodgers.
written
I mean,
all over it.
it's like
He's
going
familiar
across
with them.
Yeah, he's going. I mean, it's like moving across the street.
Yeah.
He's not going to go all the way to Baltimore from LA. I'd be shocked if he doesn't go to anywhere in California.
Would they make a big move for Garrett Crochet, the Orioles?
I don't think I think the White Sox are asking too much. I don't think the Orioles are willing to give up that much.
And that goes back to the Dodgers because they're talking about getting Crochet and Louis Roberts from them.
I just don't see the Dodgers. Who do the Dodgers have to give up for Crochet? Because the asking price is
some pitcher somewhere.
It's steep.
So Tyler Anderson, a lot less asking price.
Tyler Anderson, you can give a second round pick and a case of water. The Angels are willing to just get rid of him, just dump him.
Yep.
I don't know if they should just dump him though. Why? People are going to want to pay. He's having a good year.
I
forget last year he was whatever it was getting used to. He was good with the Angels, with the Dodgers. He's having a good year. I'm not just giving that guy away. I want to get something back for him. He's solid.
They should. Yeah, it's Orioles. It's Orioles. I have Orioles future before the season at 2-1. I took him at even money. I put 5 units on it.
Would you take a shot at any of the others? No.
Not for division. No, I'm hugely invested in the Orioles. Division.
The Orioles are the team to beat in the American League. It's that simple. I know people are like, Cleveland's a complete team, Seattle pitching. Orioles have 2 really good pitchers. They need help. They need pitching help because they're banged up
They need 2 starting pitchers. They need minimum 2 starting pitchers.
Yep, the trade deadline less than 2 weeks.
Oh, and they need a closer.
Yeah,
Kimbrel's got to go.
Yeah.
They won't make it through the wild card round if they have Kimbrel. I'll tell you right now.
And
what about Tanner Scott from the Marlins?
No. Tanner Scott and Josh Bell. That's my Yankee trade. Tanner Scott, Josh Bell to the Yankees. That is exactly what
those no-name players that are getting paid like $800,000. Those
that's a Yankee move. We're gonna go to the dollar store. What do we got here in the dollar store? Dollar card.
Exactly. Well, who's on clearance?
Yep.
Tanner Scott is on. He's good, man.
He is.
I'm just saying, but that's fine. That's a Yankee move.
The asking price is very low compared to the other big names.
All right, moving on to the AL Central. Guardians, no value, -175. I mean, Guardians, though, have a good shot of winning that division for sure, even getting to the
that was where you
the
take
AL
them beginning of the year, though. Too. So
Yeah,
you don't take them -175.
Yep.
You don't take a -175 when you have 3 pitchers, although McKenzie's back in the minors. Him, Allen, and Carrasco all have 5+ ERAs in your rotation. You don't take a team -175 that has that.
No, right.
You take the Twins plus. You take the Twins plus 175 because they have Ryan and Lopez has been bad.
I'm talking about to win the pennant.
No.
They might not, dude. They're going to be struggling to make the wild card.
I got the Twins. The pitching.
I got the Twins at plus 225. So that just tells you how much money is being bought into the Twins. Plus 175 from plus 225. They're the values. I mean, kind of gone on the Twins in a way. The Guardians going into the second half of the season have the hardest schedule going into the second half. And you got, like Sean said, you got these starting pitchers, Ben Lively, Cookie Carrasco, McKenzie's in the bullpen. Logan Allen, he's already a pile of dog shit. I mean, these starting pitchers, you doing in the playoffs, they're going to get swept. Ben Lively by far is your best pitcher, and come on. I mean,
Tanner Beebe's not too bad for them.
I'm sorry. Okay, Tanner Beebe. I didn't say Tanner Beebe. He's their ace, and Gavin Williams. You cannot rely on these young arms.
That's the thing with Gavin Williams is that he's fresh off the IL or wherever it is.
Yeah.
You know,
the Guardians have the best bullpen in the majors.
Number 1 bullpen, but it's gonna get taxed when they're
starting doing it. They've been doing it this season with Quan getting on base, Ramirez and Naylor knocking him in and getting to that bullpen and holding the lead, but. The power numbers, they're almost as many home runs as last season already at the break.
But let's just think about it this way.
The second half, that's what I was about to say, is
it sustainable?
Negative regression is coming. Yeah. That's why I said there's
24
no value.
Home runs for Ramirez, 23 home runs for Naylor. Yep. Can they keep that up?
Ramirez had 24 homers last year for the season. He's got 23 now. Now, he did hit 37, I think, or 39 a couple years ago. So the power is there. But you had a bunch of guys hitting early in the year. Are they going to continue hitting? Quan's he's down to 350. You know he's not going to hit 400, but he's a 300 hitter. We know this. He could hit. Where's the rest of the offense coming from?
Yeah.
I mean, you got two guys with 70 RBIs, and the next closest guy is 45. He's hitting 250.
Yeah.
Lively, maybe if Williams is healthy and getting, that's fine. You need more than three guys, especially in the fact when you have Lively, who he's at 88 innings. That's the most he's pitched ever.
Yep.
88 last year with Cincinnati, where he had a 5.50 ERA, 5.30 ERA, and 88 his rookie year with the Phillies in 15 starts. So let's see how he holds up for the second half of the year, because he's matched all of last year's numbers better, though. 3.58 ERA as opposed to 5.58. He's one of those guys. This is where a great bullpen. Well, yeah. Let's see how it is, because you used it so much. Now you're going to have to make up for pitchers who can hit a little dead arm spot. And you got a couple of them. I mean, I'll jump to the Royals here, because you got Raggins and Lugo and Singer. Now, Singer's a little more established, being the third-year starter. Lugo was yo-yoed back. You think he's going to be 10-1 with a 2.30 ERA the entire season?
He's a 3.5 ERA type.
You know, these guys are going to go. I want to – listen, I need the Royals. I got over – I just wrote it down. What I got.
The Royals are 2 to 3 bats away from contending. They got a decent pitching staff, but they're
hitting that MJ Melendez, bro. Where's that guy at?
MJ Melendez can't. He's Joe Adele 2.0.
Terrible. Here we go. I got Raggins most Ks, 100 for 3,000. That's a loser. Cy Young 100 for 1,200, loser. I'm holding out for 10.5 wins for Raggins. He's got 6. And I went through it. He's got 6 no decisions in the games. He's given up 3 runs or less. That's terrible. The guy should have 12 wins right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, the Royals, their problem is it's not. I don't want to say the bullpen. It's there's a couple hitters away. I mean, they can't just rely on Salvador Perez and Bobby Witt. Nope. MJ Melendez is a bust. I hate to say it.
Yeah, that's bad. About like 170.
Their 6 through 9 guys are just awful. It's awful. So I mean, the Royals are almost there. They're almost there. The Tigers, I mean, they're a mess. They're a mess. They have
terrible. I got the over Tigers 80.5, and
I mean, Torkelson, their future, they're supposed to be their MVP. He's in the minors still. The dude can't hit a beach ball into the ocean.
Over 80.5 Detroit, over 73.5 KC.
Yeah.
And they're talking Scooble getting traded. They're talking about a huge deal for him going somewhere.
And Flaherty.
I can see Scooble going to the Orioles, and you put Jackson Holiday in that mix. Yeah. Boom. That's a great trade for the Orioles. Great trade. You put
trading him, a lot of hype on that kid, so obviously you want the best possible. I would do that for Scooble in a second.
Yeah. Now let's not
straight up.
The Twins are the number 1 hitting team going into the second half of the season. Yep. And when Royce Lewis is back, it's like that team is energized. It's totally
different with him in the lineup.
Oh my God, what a difference. Their bullpen is improved. Their closer's decent.
He's like their judge. He comes in, it's like they start scoring runs left and right. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Even if he gets a single, it just look at Jose Miranda. I don't know if that's his real first name. Yeah. Miranda's a beast. He came out of nowhere. He's a rookie from 2022 with Royce Lewis.
Guys like Byron Buxton are having a resurgence, though.
Buxton's been almost 290.
How are they not playing today? How do they have
I was wondering that. Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday series versus the Brewers. What's that about?
I don't get that.
I don't understand.
So no value on the Guardians, some value on the Twins, though. And would you say Royals have some value?
No,
it's Twins or nothing in this division. I got it. I got the Twins at plus 225 for the fact of many factors.
Yeah. And if you have KC over beginning of the year and they're 73, 74, you're looking good. They're 20 games away. It was 73.5.
If the Royals had about 5 to 10 more wins, they could be buyers going into this deadline, but they're just not quite there yet.
They can't win on the road.
Yeah, that's their problem. That's what killed them all year.
Yep. Mariners minus 120. I expect some regression there. I mean, they're doing it with smoke and mirrors. The Rangers, I could see a little value. It's a World Series champs, Sean. Come on.
Well, let's start with the Rangers, right? We don't even talk about the 2 other teams because they're just
straight. They've been injured.
They've been injured, starting pitchers, hitters. But let's be honest, you got 2 weeks here to make a move. Are they going to – and it's – were they 8 back or whatever they are in the standings? right?
Let me grab that.
You have Scherzer, Evaldi, and Lorenzen all free agents at the end of the year. So can you say, you know what? We won the World Series last year. We had a ton of injuries with our offense, right? Wyatt Langford was hurt. The other youngster was hurt from Jace Jung, right, the third baseman. So Garcia's not hitting for average. A lot of guys not hitting. So maybe you say, you know what? We won last year. We trade these guys. We get some young guys back. It's free agency. Maybe we'll bring a couple new pitchers next year. I mean, I think if they go on some kind of run here, they come in and sweep the Orioles and start out hot, maybe they stay in it.
They're 5 games back.
They're there. You're in it.
They're in it.
You're in it, right? They're 5 back in division. What are they in the wild card back?
That I don't have.
They are literally one starting pitcher and like someone getting hot in the lineup away from contending for the division. So
wild card game back, here they are. Wow, 7.5 back in the wild card, believe it or not. That's interesting. They're that far back.
And only 5. Yeah, they're closer to winning the division than they are the wild card.
And so the Stros, I don't know how the Stros make a deal for a pitcher. I don't know what kind of minor league. I know they're minor league. It's not really there, but who knows? Again, this is the hope Lance McCullers comes back from pitches. I mean, again, you're getting guys who haven't pitched in a year. What do you expect out of them? It's the Mariners here. The staff, I don't see a regression in their staff because their staff has been good for a couple of years, these guys. Gilbert, Castillo, Kirby. You're going to get what you're going to get from them. They don't really regress bad. They're pitching like they always pitch. Where's the hitting? Where's the hitting?
The hitting is terrible. They're like the worst hitting team in the majors.
It is terrible. So
they're the number 1 strikeout team versus right-handed pitching, and it's not even close.
Who are they getting bat-wise? Who are they bringing in here?
They bring in a bunch of these guys that can hit the ball hard when they make contact, but they don't make contact.
They had Teoscar Hernandez. Bad. They had Garver. Who's it?
Well, you know what happened with Teoscar? He said he didn't like
Suarez. He didn't like playing
in Seattle.
Cal Raleigh hits a lot of homers, but he's like hitting 200. Strike out or homer, and he's a catcher.
If you're going to give me a catcher who's going to give me defense but hit 30 homers, I'll take it 220. That's typical. That's 1980, 1990 for baseball. Yep. That's what good that you got a guy who could get some pop in your bat. But you got like the rest of the league, there's no average guys. Mm-hmm. There's no contact. It's we talk about I always talk about the Yankees like just double play and home runs and ground strikeouts. Seattle's the same way. They're just less sexier names. I mean, Julio Rodriguez taking a huge step back. Now, I would maybe you think of Rangers just because it's possible. But again, do I want the Mariners minus 120? No. Do I want the Rangers plus 110?
I mean,
the Astros plus 110. Maybe they've been to what 6 straight ALCSs. I guess you think they're
top hitting team in the majors.
Can they?
Second.
No, for the whole season? I think they're number 1 for the entire season.
Yep. I thought it was the Twins.
No, Twins are like the last 2 months they've been ranking.
Oh, okay.
No, for the season, over the course of the season,
the Stros were number 1. I think they're in like 269 or something overall best team. Here we go. They are number 1, 262. Best team. You know who the number 2 hitting team is in the league?
Phillies.
San Diego Padres.
That's surprising.
Then the Phillies. Phillies, Red Sox. How about this? Diamondbacks at number 5.
Wow.
Seattle, worst team, 219.
Yeah.
They were there last year, the Diamondbacks.
Worst team.
Yeah.
We'll get to them in a second.
I'm all over the Astros. I mean, I'm telling you, you're giving me plus money on the Astros. I got it at plus 120. I mean, I couldn't pass it up. At 110 to me, I wouldn't. If they win super, although I'm not getting involved, it's not worth a shot for me at even money, basically.
All right, NL East, no value on the Phillies, -4. Nobody, but come on, the Braves, have perennially been.
They just don't have the pitching contenders with the Phillies. They're not hitting like they did last year.
It's the hit.
The hitting last year. Let's just all be real. That was a one-time thing. Nobody can hit that much.
Or last year, just even the start of the season. Yeah, last year, the start of the season, 2 weeks, everybody was on cloud 9 together.
Oh yeah. I was like, there's no way the Braves could be that good this year. And look, they're not.
Listen, you want to take a 6-1 shot here? I would say okay to the Braves because they're going to get a pitcher, and even though the batting has been sporadic, they are 55 and 34 to the under or something like that. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly what they are to the under. 56 and 34. At least you got guys, who could hit a little bit, right? So the pitching has been good. Think about it. They had Strider. I mean, they're behind Philly with no hitting and their best pitcher out, and yet Sale comes in having a great season. Lopez out of left field comes in having a good season. Charlie Morton's doing Charlie Morton stuff.
Max Fried.
Max Fried looks pretty good. Like he seems to be back in it after missing his time out.
Schwellenbach.
Listen, this is a team that needs to get pitching. You have to get pitching. The NL East, and really the NL is the Phillies to lose, right? They have like 7-8 guys at the All-Star game. My thing with the Phillies, though, the offense is stacked. Suarez and Sanchez are two guys. Are they going to last the entire season? Pitching the way they're pitching. No, Wheeler and Nola, they're veterans. They'll be fine. If they have a hiccup here or there, I've got a track record of them for years of being solid pitchers.
Yep.
Good to above average to just good. You want them on your team. These other guys are – how are they going to last? I don't know if they're going to last. That's the question mark. But listen, the Phillies are the best team right now. They're better than the Dodgers, Dodger fans. I'm sorry.
Oh, by far.
The Dodgers. Oh, it's the Dodgers. It's Ohtani and that's it. Oh, shut up.
8.5 games up on the Braves. I mean, plus 600, but I don't think they can get there.
Mr. Numbers probably taking 1,400 to win 100 on this.
At 6-1, I would take the Braves before I took the Stros just because it's 6-1.
Yep.
And I'm like, again, it's for the winner as opposed to going to the playoffs and making a World Series run. Anything's possible.
So, Sean, do teams really make those like comeback runs nowadays in today's major leagues?
I saw the Nationals win a World Series after being in last place in May.
Yeah, absolutely. This is why we're so big on the second half futures.
Where did Texas and Arizona come from last year?
Yeah, where did Arizona come from? And specifically, I remember Arizona going into the playoffs last year going into the playoffs. I had the D-backs and the Phillies to win the NL pennant, and everybody thought I was crazy except for Sean because they were the two top. Two wild cards, weren't they? Yeah. I was like, I forgot they were good numbers, like 8-1 or 7-1, something like that.
Arizona, you had Gallen, who's solid at home. Kelly was solid all over the place, and P. Fatty was a young guy who's supposed to be good, although he's been up and down. A great run. That's how you win.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean,
you heard it here. Braves plus 600 worth of chance.
You have two Braves pitchers who are as good as anybody on the Phillies right now. So, when playoff time comes, forget about the lineups, right? Good pitching is going to neutralize the lineups. And then it comes down to who's going to get a timely hit. Are the Phillies going to choke? We've seen the Phillies go on runs. They play good. But the Braves have a shot to be in the World Series. They'll make a trade. They'll go get a pitcher.
Yeah, Adam Duvall is killing the Braves bottom of the order, just killing them. Or he's batting 200. Orlando Arcia not batting 300 like he did last year.
Well, the whole team, Michael Harris. I mean, everybody.
No Acuna, he's out.
Yeah, there's no Acuna, but
they won a World Series. They won
Jared
the World Series.
Kelenic took over that spot, and he's doing a phenomenal job.
We like Kelenic. We like Seattle traded a bat.
I mean, he was hitting and just before they traded him, they started hitting.
Highly touted for his bat.
But 23. Let's give up on a 23-year-old. That's baseball today. Like guys weren't getting called up to their 25 or 26 back in the day. Now at 23, you're a has-been.
Look at
he's terrible. Trade him away.
Look at about Reed Detmers. I mean, my God, they pushed him on the side like he's done for. Dude, 22, 23 years old.
Yeah, guy threw a no-hitter. It was great. The whole second half of the year, fabulous. And then back to the minors.
Yeah, you're done.
And moving over to the NL Central.
So get out of here. This is a freaking cluster. This mess.
See, this one, I hate to say it. I think it's anybody's division. It's the Brewers to lose, but anybody can win it.
Yeah,
I think so
too. If anybody goes on a run, they can win this division.
Kind of looking at the Pirates because they have the young stud. Probably got the Cy Young.
They're going to shut him. He's got the Cy Young locked up. I don't know if he's pitching in September.
He's not going.
They're going to let this kid. They pulled this kid out of a no-hitter in 6 innings.
He's not winning the Cy Young.
I don't even know if he's going to pitch. How he was just pitching at college a couple months ago.
Let's be shut down in early September.
The way they baby these guys, he's not pitching in September. What's he got? 6 more starts?
Yeah.
Come on.
They're not making a playoff. They're selling.
The
You know
Reds,
who's gonna?
They're
They're
Reds,
gonna
no
trade.
value.
Brian
they're gonna-
Reynolds.
They're selling. They're gonna sell to Les. They're gonna Brian Reynolds might be out the door.
Yep.
They're just gonna build a team around O'Neal Cruz.
Martin. Oh yeah, O'Neal Cruz. What about where's Brian Hayes? Where's that guy?
He might be traded.
Who's the catcher? Remember the guy? What's his name? He had a huge spring training, hitting a bunch of homers. Like, oh, I like this guy. What's his name? The catcher for that.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah. He's
Henry Davis. Henry Davis. Where's Henry Davis at? Yeah.
No, they're saving him for September call-ups.
Listen, the Cardinals, I think, is a team that should dump. I want to trade. If anybody wants to take Arenado and Goldie, and I know it's like, oh, you just got to get to the playoffs. We were wild card team into the World Series.
No, this team is so
the payroll. Just get rid of them. If somebody's going to take like Ohtani, I would have been like, I don't care. They can hate us, but we're trading Rendon with them and freeing up $150 million, $120 million. And then you're free of the, especially now, it's all about that money. Like, get rid of the old guys.
I hate to say it. I mean,
they get rid of one of those two. I know Soto he wants to go to LA, but St. Louis could say, this is you saw how we treated Pujols? You'll get a statue out here, Soto.
Call me crazy. Really. But the only team I think has with value and has a chance is if the Cubs get a couple hitters in the trade deadline. They got the pitching. They just need to hit. You put a couple hitters on this team, and that plus 1,800 is going to shrink all the way down to minus 600.
Now they're talking about trading my boy Cody.
Oh, that's fine. They can trade Cody. Trade him. Just give us a different hitter. He's not hitting either. He's been 260.
Nobody's hitting on the team.
Nobody's hitting. Trade him. Fucking get rid of Morel, too. The dude's home run or nothing. I mean, just dump him. Dump Swanson. Gone.
The Reds, no value either, right?
No, just keep Nico Horner.
Just stay out of this division.
This is the Brewers to lose. All right.
Yeah.
NL West, Dodgers, absolutely zero value. You know, the Dodgers could easily lose this division. I think they're only six and a half games up.
They won't lose it.
But they need to trade for an infielder. You know, what about someone like
a couple pitchers too?
What about they need pitching too? Their infield sucks. What about somebody like Luis Rengifo from
their closer
from the Angels right across town?
Yes, you know? him and Tyler Anderson would be perfect.
They can get Joe Adell. They can have Joe Adell too. They'll throw in Joe Adell just for a bonus package.
Rengifo can play, almost every infield position. He'll steal some bases, get some hits.
What about Mickey Monahan?
It's better than Max Muncy and Gavin Lux. Right? Are those the guys? Well, Mookie's injured.
Forget about it's about the pitching. I said this back in March. We were doing these shows. What did I say? You brought in Yamamoto, a guy you don't know how he's going to be. He's hurt. Glasnow's already at his innings career high. He's hurt. Kershaw is coming off an injury, and he's 39 with a ton of innings. He's hurt. Buehler coming back from Tommy John surgery. It's going to take him a while to get back in the NFL. Who else? Stone, May, Sheehan's hurt. Gosling's hurt. Everybody's hurt. Nobody signed Urias. This guy goes 17-3 every year. Urias isn't even playing in
what he gets for beating his girlfriend up.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
He's the Ray Rice. He's Ray Rice.
Look at this team. Gosling out for the year. Kershaw, August. Okay, that'll be a great thing. He's come back to throw 4 innings. He's a bullpen guy. Kershaw, put him in a bullpen.
Put him in
Dennis Eckersley.
Put him in the closer role.
Sheenan out for the season. Grove out. Buehler out. I mean, Muncy's hurt. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hayward's still playing. Unbelievable. And I saw my guy, the warmonger on Twitter. He baseball war. Hayward's basically a Hall of Famer on today's standards. Is that please? What a joke. What a joke. The guy's been a part-timer for 7 of years. He's a Hall of Fame because of the war.
Stop.
The war numbers.
Stop.
Diamondbacks and Padres about 7 games back. Are they buyers or sellers?
I think the Padres would be worth a shot here. I just said they're out of the blue, the second best hitting team.
You can't put any money into this division because the Padres, they can have the all-star team and they'll still find a way to finish the season 500.
Yeah, but this is where you grab them because nobody's
some of those pitchers will come, like Darvish, are due to come back soon. They'll get some starters starting pitching back.
They had a good team last year. They had a good team this year. And what is the record? 500. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but there was not the hype on them this year. Nobody talked about them. You had the Diamondbacks off the World Series. It's the Dodgers, big bad Dodgers. No one talked about the Padres.
Yep.
They've been talking about the.
Oh, they
Padres
lost
since
Snell.
Soto came on the
Look
team
at this.
3 years ago.
Soto's gone. Snell's gone. Oh, they're going to be terrible.
There's-
No one. There was no type on the Padres this year.
They got a good team. That's it. Good. They just can't. They cannot build consistency. That's
I'm just
what's wrong
saying,
with the Padres. They need a
28 to
good
1.
coach.
If you want, this is again taking a shot on a team. I'll take a shot on a team with Musgrove, Darvish, and Tatis coming back.
Musgrove.
Yep.
That is literally throwing a dart against. That's like, yeah, throwing a dart.
AL pennant, Yankees at plus 250, Orioles at plus 250. The two favorites.
How the Yankees the favorite? They're not the best team. The Red Sox might be better than them.
They might not even make the playoffs. The Yankees.
I know.
They got the two. They only have 2 hitters.
For me, it's all the. I think the Orioles are the best team because they have the minor leagues to go get what they need. Now, will they do it? It's a whole nother question. But a 250 to me is not worth it because it's 250. I'm not going to do that. 250. I'm going to take a shot on the Mariners or something. Or
I'm taking the Astros.
The Astros. I was going to say Astros 650. I'm not taking a 250.
Even
it's not
the
worth.
Twins. If the Twins go on and get one pitcher, I mean, watch out. Plus 900.
Plus 900, man.
It's anybody but listen. I think the Orioles win. I think they're the World Series team because in my mindset, they have Gausman or Crochet or Barrios or some combination of those guys and somebody else. Maybe some other guy they pick up from Miami. Maybe Trevor Rogers from Miami and his 1.8, 7 ERA comes to town. I'm just saying they're going to have pitchers. Like if they make a move, they should be the team. But
that would actually be a good pickup because his last 4 or 5 starts have been really good. Taylor Rogers or Trevor Rogers.
So for value, looking at Astros and Twins.
Yeah.
Anybody but the Yankees off your list. They're not even making the playoffs.
Orioles plus 250.
Not worth it at 250.
No, there's no value there.
Listen, stuff like that, just keep playing the Orioles. They're going to go on the road and be underdogs. Just keep betting the Orioles every single day. You'll make money because they're dogs on the road when they've had the best road record or one of the best the last 3 years of baseball.
No value in the NL pennant, to tell you the truth here.
I would go with D-backs.
Yeah.
Because if Merrill Kelly comes back and you got a starting pitching, the D-backs have enough offense to carry themselves with a good starting pitching, just like they did last year.
I was shocked that they're hitting that well, the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I cannot believe they're that high.
No Phillies at double your money?
At plus 200? No, there's no value there. I think my Phillies are my pick to win it all just because I think they got the most complete team.
Exactly.
But in a betting aspect, I'm not betting plus 200. No.
I
mean, I'd rather throw more money on the Orioles to win the division for crying out loud. And even money. What's the point?
Dodgers, no thank you. Phillies, no thank you. The Braves, again, here we go. They were 4-1 to win the division, or 6-1 in the division, or 4-1? What were they in the division?
For Braves?
Yeah.
I think it was 6-1.
I would rather do a 4
plus 650.
I'd rather do plus 425 here on the Braves, thinking that maybe they don't catch Phillies, but they get some pitching help, and that would be worth a shot there because they're an experienced club.
Well, they do have Chris Sale, Max Free. That's a good 1-2 punch.
That's you forget your guy Lopez. You like the Lopez Cy Young. I'm like that guy's
at 30-1. I'm throwing $100 on it. Are you kidding me?
The Diamondbacks to me need pitching help.
Yeah,
Monty was terrible, and we knew that was coming because the guy doesn't. You don't have a preseason or spring training, however you want to word it. You don't pitch for 6-7 months.
It would have been a great move, but it was just a situation.
I'm blaming Boris, and now that guy's going to get lowballed next year. And I'm telling you, any one of these teams should sign him, and he'll bounce back. He's got a track record of being good in competitive spots. The Yankees, St. Louis, and Texas.
Even this year, he's shown good spots, but there's just those 1 or 2 innings where he just gets rocked. He can't throw his meatballs. I think though you're worried. You got Eduardo Rodriguez coming back. He hasn't pitched all year. You're expecting him to come in and be who? I can't count on that. I can't count on Merrill Kelly. He's been out most of the year. They need some other help. P. Fatty's got to turn it on. Ryan Nelson's got to turn it on. Saccone.
Nelson pitched pretty good.
But
today.
I would take the D-backs over the Padres. I would take the D-backs over the Padres. Call me crazy. Until I see something out of the Padres, I refuse to touch them. I'll touch them a game here and there, but future-wise, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
World Series winners. I crossed the Dodgers off the list. Yankees and Dodgers off the list. Orioles at 6.5 to 1, Sean.
This is Orioles, Astros.
It depends on who they pick up.
How are the Yankees in here? Who's making these odds?
New York.
Is this Mr. Numbers making these odds?
No,
Who's doing this?
Vegas Insider.
Think about it. You got all these stupid idiots in New York, like, oh, it's the Yankees, man. They're in first place. They're in one game out. They bet the Yankees like it's an automatic thing.
Give me the Orioles.
I'm telling you, Orioles are plus 650.
I'll
even take the Astros, and I'll also take I'll take the Twins at plus.
They're all about the same around here, man. I'm telling you. They look at whatever.
I know. I'm just not told that. I don't think the Yanks go out and get a splashy move.
No.
They're even lower on other sites.
No.
They are not making a splash. They're not trading what's his name, Dominguez, because Soto's leaving. So they're not paying. So they're not going to go out and trade him to get some Crochet or
They
Fetty.
need a closer. They need a setup man. They need
a first baseman. They need a third baseman. I mean,
before the season,
Mayhew's 36. He's terrible. Rizzo's terrible.
Plus 1,800 before the season. Orioles.
Yeah. We talked about him before the season, but here, if you're just getting into baseball now, Orioles 650. They have the best farm system. They'll go and get what'll need to be done. So you're going to be 650. Sure. Definitely. I think the Braves will get a pitcher. I think that would be worth a shot there. And again, if you want to roll dice on anywhere else here, I think the Astros, because of their history, like Gant says.
Yep.
Tough to count them out. Seattle with the pitching is tough, but again, I'm not going to waste that on that because I haven't seen hitting.
No
hitting. See, I disagree on the Braves for the fact that they are striking out more this year than last year.
I get it, but the pitching is there.
The pitching might be there, but I'm telling you, the hitting's not there to back up the pitching. It's just not enough.
The Twins at plus 2,000.
Hey, that's throwing a dart. Throw a dart. If the Twins go out and get a starting pitcher, the Twins are a contender. They're a sleeper. But that's a hardcore sleeper.
That's again. Sleeper. That's if we're talking about them. That's a team we look at.
I'd take the Twins over the Mariners.
I'll take the Twins over the Brewers, the Mariners, and the Guardians.
Well, you have to take them over the Mariners because this is the third year in a row Seattle started no hitting. The pitching, right, they're way behind. They don't get any hitting. The pitching saves them, keeps them in games. Then they go on a little hit streak. Now we're into almost August, and they're still not hitting. This isn't June. This isn't or the end of May they start hitting. Now it's the end of June start hitting. Now we're in August, and they're not hitting yet, basically.
The two most elite teams are the Phillies and the Orioles from each league. And then I got to give it to the Astros. I think the Astros are a couple relief pitchers away. I think that's their only problem is relief pitching. And in the month of April, the whole reason they struggled to start the season was because of the relief pitching. That's it. It wasn't their hitting. The starting pitching was somewhat of a problem.
France and Brown were pretty bad early.
Yeah, but I'm saying mostly, if you had to pinpoint the problem, it was their bullpen. How many games did they blow in April? They were right next to the Cubs. They blew.
They're hitting now, I'm telling you.
But that's the thing with the bullpen. How many innings these guys got on them?
Yeah.
All right. Final word. Orioles, Braves have some value there. Astros and possibly the Twins for dart throws.
I hate to be square, but I have to say Orioles, Phillies, World Series. But if you want a long shot, I go with Twins. No, I'm sorry, Astros, and I'm sorry. Phillies are making.
I don't think it's a square player. Phillies are second in the National League here, odd wise. It's 450. It's not like it's a 185, and you're going sure like Kansas City to win the AFC is -1 plus 130. It'd be like, all right, that's kind of a homer kind of pick. Basically,
call me crazy. You got to throw the D-backs on this list. The D-backs got potential.
Crazy.
They got to throw the D-backs on this list.
I don't think where's the pitcher coming from?
As soon as they get healthy. I mean, they're getting better from what they started this season
D-backs
to now.
Plus 4,000.
Watch out for the D-backs. They can make a run. They got the team to make a run.
I can't swallow that one.
Just get in the door. That's what they had to do last year. All they had to do was just get in the door.
Phillies Orioles World Series would be something that's like a crosstown rivalry, Sean.
Yeah, that'd be a good World Series.
Really good.
Because you got like the Harper, you got like the big kind of names over there in Philly, and you got all the youngsters in Baltimore, the future.
I love to see the Orioles win it all. I'm sorry.
So
I love to see it.
Yep. I like this team for a while, the young players.
But Kimbrough can't be closing games.
No.
Closing games.
Nope. Again, they want to trade the young guy. Call the A's and get that reliever straight up. I don't care. Overpay. There is no guarantee you're going to be good next year. That Adley Rushman doesn't take a shot, a concussion, and a collision at home plate, or Gunnar Henderson doesn't get a hammy and is never right again. You don't.
Or take a pitch to the hand. Look at Mookie Betts.
There's no next year.
Pitch to the hand. Yeah, anything can happen.
It's all in baseball. You raise a banner. That's it. We were champs, and we'll be good for a while. Like the Braves, we won. We signed a bunch of young guys. Listen, we won with these young guys. They're here for the next 5 years. Maybe we get another one. We'll see what happens. That's what the Orioles got to do. That's what the Orioles got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the Cubs. The Cubs are still dwelling on 2016. I mean, 8 years later, it's like, come on, man. So, I mean, just wave the banner, and it'll hold you over for 10 years.
Yep.
11th year, then it's like, okay.
We've got Willis Towers coming up right after us. Looking at some quick rapid fire through some of these games tonight.
Under Bears is plus 145, plus 145 and a half. Willis Towers.
Orioles minus 120. Rangers plus 102. Burns versus Eovaldi got an over under 7.5.
Over.
Really?
I like the Orioles team total over 3.5 in this one.
I like the over 7.5.
Sean, anything on the side here?
I got under 8.5 in this yesterday, by the way. So.
Burns has been good this year for the Orioles.
Yeah, been very good.
Eovaldi
They started the All-Star game.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Texas can hit, and they've been getting good pitching all year. Give me the under. Give me the under.
Right.
I'll take the over.
All right, White Sox plus 188 at Royals. Minus 225, Flexen versus Waka over under 2.5.
Real fast, Texas 53 and 39 to the under. As bad.
Yeah.
Think about the pitching, like Heaney's bad, and you got a bunch of like, who are these guys pitchers? And yet, even if they're losing 5-0, they're staying.
Hey, last Friday we talked about the Astros Rangers. That one specific game. Yeah, everybody liked the under. I liked the over. It went over.
Yeah,
it
went
under.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. But you know what, Joe?
Yeah.
That's why it's not just the one game though, man. Like if you have them all 3 games, you're going 2-1 and making money.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
I'm talking about one specific game. That's all.
You heard it here. White Sox flexing. He's a bum. I'm sorry. I can't lay 225 with the Royals.
Royals run line was plus 105 yesterday. I don't know that's the only way I can look at it.
It's probably minus 130 now.
I'm gonna say like this kind of looked like an over because like Flexen's terrible. Yeah. Flexen's his number. He has not pitched bad of late, and as good as Kansas City was at home to start the year, raking the ball like crazy, they've really come back down to the pack. So I think they could score a couple here. I like the run line here. I got the run line here.
Run line and over 8.5. I'll take a look at the Royals over 4.5 team total. Giants finding a way to get stuff done at the Rockies. Harrison versus to be determined.
No, it's Cal Quantrill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Cal Quantrill.
Is it? All right. I couldn't find it. Quantrill. Over 10.5 now, Anthony.
Over.
All right.
It's not
I got the Rockies yesterday plus 147.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. The only bad thing is
look at lines, baby.
They're the worst team versus left-handed pitching.
Yep.
But again, how are the Giants? He's a young lefty. Do you really want to lay these kind of? This is why I took it like last night. I'm like, how are the Giants laying like a one? I can't lay a 160
minus 136.
Yep. Well, now it's down, but I'm just saying, you look at lines like this. You have to just hold your nose, and I'm going to take a big dog like that. If it loses, it loses. I don't mind. I've won a lot more than I lost this year betting ridiculous spots like this where it looks like you should not bet teams. It's like the Marlin game for you, man.
Yeah.
Angels versus the A's. Sears has been a good pitcher for the A's. I don't know who the starter is for the Angels. You got that one?
Griffin Canning.
Yeah.
Griffin Canning. All right. Canning versus Sears. They over under 8.5. The A's are a favorite.
Yeah. As well as they should be.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about this.
They got a lot of good young players, man.
The A's are
Brent Rooker, Blade, Langoliers.
Nobody gives the A's any credit. They've gotten a lot better.
They put 19 runs up on the Orioles and 18 in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's right.
Took 2 out of 3 from Philly.
Yeah, with their full lineup in. I
got a guy who says the Orioles can't win a World Series because they lost the game to Oakland but yet they're high on the Phillies, and they got 2 out of 3 at home. I said if Oakland played Philly at home, they would have won 29-6, apparently.
Yep.
All right, give me the A's at home with Sears on the mound. Astros Mariners. Anthony, any thoughts? Astros Mariners.
My thoughts is if you're betting the Astros now, you got a bad number. I got plus 110.
I was going to say, yesterday it was 120, 114, and 117 yesterday.
Yeah, I
And
got
total
a
was
plus
7.5
early this morning.
Yep.
This is Astros. No, I mean, I don't care who's on the mounds. It's Castillo, though. It's on the mound.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
That's right.
Seattle can't score runs.
Yeah.
How are they favored? I'll take Hunter Brown's been pretty solid.
Hunter Brown's probably going to have he's faced him twice this year. 5 strikeouts and 8 strikeouts.
Decent outing.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone's on the Astros.
Yep.
All right. Red Sox at the Dodgers. Pavetta.
Over.
Who's going for the
Gavin Stone.
Stone? Okay. All right.
I like the over here.
Covers did not have anything updated.
I gotta go with the Dodgers. I don't know. That's a tough game because
I want to take Pavetta. I want to take the Red Sox. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I need Nick Pavetta because Stone's pitched well. He's a young guy who's pitched good for him.
I got to go with the Dodgers here. I hate to say it. I mean, I like Pavetta. I've been making a lot of money off Pavetta. His strikeout prop at home is just automatic. But I got to go with the Dodgers here. I hate to take the Dodgers, but give me the Dodgers.
Give me the under 8.5. All right. Anybody ready to give out some free plays today?
Yeah.
Let's get we're up against it.
What is there possibly to talk about the Bears right now? Just because
started training camp. Training camp started.
Just because
are you kidding me? Have you seen these crazy nutjob Bear fans in the chat? Oh my god!
I don't understand it. How do you talk for an hour, 2 hours over a contract signing? I just don't get it.
After last, like a couple weeks ago, whatever it was,
Rome Odunze signed.
When we were doing. We were doing the show. What day we were doing? I was talking about it. I went into the chat afterwards, like
it was like a month ago.
Bashing the Bears. No, people are losing their minds. Like
I just don't understand how anybody can talk about the Bears throughout the whole offseason just because of a contract signing. He signed the damn contract. Who cares?
They're diehard. You're a Chicago guy, bro. You're a Chicago cat. You know.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I have this much hope in the Bears. It's the Bears.
That's about how thick their pizza is.
I love the receivers. Don't get me wrong, but I have this much hope.
Listen, they're not covering week 1. They're losing week 2. They're probably going to lose week 3. I can't.
Here we go. The infamous futures.
I don't know if those numbers are from last week, so I don't know. Probably different now, but.
It was plus 145 the other day. I was on a show.
Yeah,
plus 145.
Plus 145 under.
I think the Bears.
I peg them around 7. So the last 8 games of their schedule are all 6 of them are division games.
What were we talking about this right the other day? Tooch, we were going through these games.
I'm telling you. All right, Anthony.
Bring it up. We got 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes. Well, I still like this one.
Tooch is going to put $50 on a Caleb Williams at even money and wait 6 months to get for the payout.
Terrible.
Just put your $50 on red, Tooch. Put it on red. Put it on red. You'll get your money quicker.
Jaden Daniels, he runs a lot, you know?
If you're going to do that, just bet his player prop. Do the player prop every week. It's better, and you'll get paid every week.
Yep. Or
you'll lose every week. But I mean, it's at least it's weekly as opposed to
just going to wait 6 months for an even money
payout.
Unless you're throwing big money on it, it's not worth it.
If you think that's going to happen, just unload on it in week 1. He gets it, and you won in week 1.
Yep.
Or you just put your money on the Orioles to win the division. It's even more easy.
And he better be thrown because they're not covering that 4-point spread against.
Or you can
Tennessee
parlay the Orioles to win the division with Caleb Williams, just like on like a FanDuel ticket, like those crazies on the internet.
Let's go right through their schedule. Ready? 100. Tennessee, that's a win. We'll go 1-0. At Houston, at Colts, 1-2. Home versus Rams.
I don't know if they beat Tennessee.
I don't know. We're saying they're 0-3 then. They're 0-3.
I don't think they beat Tennessee.
They're not winning in Houston. They're not winning in Houston with a rookie quarterback. and you're not beating the Colts in Indianapolis.
I don't know if
And
they
then
can
you
beat
have-
Tennessee.
Yeah.
1-2. Like
1-2. We'll say 1-2. Then they got the Rams at home. Is that some kind
they
of
have a
gimme?
lot of time.
They're losing
prepare
to
for
the
that.
Rams.
1-3.
1-3.
Carolina should be a win. 2-3.
2-3.
Home
No,
versus
us three could
Jags.
beat Carolina.
Home versus Jags.
They could beat. I'm going to say they beat the
And
Jags.
the game's in England, though.
I'm going to say they beat the Jags by
That's in
that
England?
time.
That
That
game's in
game's in
England?
London. Yep.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
gonna
kind of
say
a
they
home
beat
game
the-
for the Jaguars.
That's a
The
loss.
Jaguars'
That's a
defense-
loss. No,
No, they're
that's a
gonna
loss
beat
for the
Jags.
Bears.
They'll
They're
beat
not
Jags.
winning that. Too much travel.
They'll
Too
beat
much
the,
travel.
They'll beat them.
Chicago,
So 2-4.
2-4 at Washington, Arizona. Pick your poison. They're splitting on the road because they're playing in England.
3-5.
Well,
Let's
I
say.
don't know.
3-5.
Pigs can fly if they beat Washington.
3-5. Then they got New England at home. 4-5.
Oh,
Green
wow.
Bay 4-6. Minnesota.
4-7.
I think they beat Minnesota at home.
They're going to split Minnesota. They're going to split.
Yeah.
Minnesota. They're gonna
5-7 at Detroit, 5-8 at San Fran, 5-9 at Minnesota, 5-10. Home versus Detroit, 5-11. Home versus Seattle, maybe you win.
We'll see.
That's 6.
6
Yeah.
and 11.
That's maybe 6. And then Green Bay, loser
Yeah, loser.
at Green Bay. That's 6 wins, and that's them winning all their home games. And you think they're sweeping other rookie quarterbacks on the road in or second-year quarterback. I don't believe that. Not with a rookie quarterback. Not with the crappy head coach you have. I don't care about the new coordinator.
Yep, exactly.
You still got a bad head coach, people.
I love
Oh, we
that.
brought in all these guys. We were great the second half of the year. Well, maybe that was Justin Fields was because you were great, and now he's gone. I don't. This guy couldn't win against a handful of NFL prospects.
Gave
in the
up a
Pac-12.
2-touchdown lead versus the Broncos last year.
That's the defense.
That was terrible.
All right, let's get to
There you go, Bear Barroom. I'm coming in. Aldo's like, you got to come on, talk stuff. I'm like, you got it, buddy.
Oh boy, the biggest troll on Twitter is coming in.
But I'm not.
I'm with you.
You think I'm
I
not really
pegged it
trolling
at
them, though, man.
7 wins for me.
Oh,
About
trust me, I already
6
said
is-
it. I got
6
this
is
much hope.
close. Yeah,
I got
6.
this much hope.
And
I don't
it-
think they beat the Titans week 1. I think they
It's-
start 0-1.
Listen, it's not really trolling. That's the way I look at the schedule. What are we doing here? Come on, man. There's a lot of hype on this kid. I joked at Wimby's Sean Bradley. So I say outlandish things to get people
Wemby is
interested in
good, Sean. You got to
the
change
comments.
change your mentality, Wemby.
I was on Sports.
He's-
They're like, "Oh, Wimby's gonna be the best out of this group." They're talking about all these young guys. I'm like, I just can't get behind a guy who's 7'7" because every tall guy has bad knees.
But
Like-
Sean, you will be proud. He's the only one in the league that plays defense.
Is
Did
it?
you see?
What?
I'm telling
He's
you,
7'7".
Sean,
How? Of course, you're playing defense because people got to shoot over
It's not that. It's not even that. Say he
a
misses a basket
freaking
and the ball goes.
skyscraper.
He chases the ball down and will block the shot.
Stretch,
telling you,
he's
he's the
Stretch
only-
Armstrong. He doesn't have to
he's
even.
the
His
only
arms are
one.
10
He
feet
hustles
long.
though. He hustles. I mean, come on. You know. I mean, you've seen enough on the.
Also, the
thing.
guy could walk over a fence.
Compared to anybody in the NBA, they don't move. They just like, oh yeah, go ahead, take the basket. This
They're
guy
talking about
hustles.
his defensive player of the year already, like minus 225 for next year already.
I give him a lot of credit. He's the only one in the league that plays defense. Remember when LeBron first came up and he was hustling and playing defense? Yeah. That's what this kid is doing. I mean, I'm sure in another year or two he's going to play the same way. Just go ahead. I'm sure he'll do the same thing. But rookie year, I was impressed.
About 3 minutes left. Anthony's free play. Giants, Rockies over 10.5.
I forgot about the free plays.
Yep. Sean's free play. The A's tonight. Minus
run
1 plus.
line.
Big. Plus
2 straight big
7.
run lines we've cashed after a losing streak.
Didn't they just sweep the Angels the previous weekend before the?
That's fine though, but we've had an all-star break.
No, that's what I'm saying. Didn't the A's just sweep the Angels? So I mean, they've already beat the hell out of them. Now they're in Oakland. There's no reason why they can't win by 2+.
My play. Give me the Orioles team total over 3.5 versus. God damn it. I forgot who they're playing.
Texas
The Rangers versus the Rangers. Versus Evaldi and the Rangers. Averaging 4.9 runs on the road. Orioles. All right. Any last comments before we get out of here?
We're going to talk college football next week.
That's right. Yes. I got to do
I know I've said it. I'm pretty sure I said it. I've been telling you guys to take Georgia Tech against Florida State that first week. It was 13.5. I see 12.5 now. There you go.
You basically you can take it all the way down to 10.5. In other words, right?
It's in
11 and a half,
Ireland.
12 and a half, same thing, right?
It's the game. I think is in England or Ireland. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Florida State. I don't care that they got embarrassed in a bowl game.
They're like the favorites to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to win the ACC.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We'll get into it because
college football realignment.
Completely different this year.
Realignment.
Yeah. Just when you think you know, you don't.
All right, we've got Willis Towers coming next. After that, somebody big just died. Bob Newhart with Mike North coming up at 8.
Oh, boy, you got another magazine. You got to go to work tonight?
No Bob Newhart tribute yet. So
no Bob Newhart tribute.
Did you do one for Richard Simmons? He was in sports.
Yeah. People magazine had 2 different covers, Shannon Doherty and Richard Simmons.
Oh, Shannon Doherty. Brenda Walsh.
Yep.
She had cancer, right? She got cancer back.
Little House on the Prairie. One comment finally at Mass. Now that Oh, here we go. Now that Caleb and Romer signed, what are the over/under be special for Torrey the punter to be special teams player of the year?
100%. 100%.
Probably good money. Ant Mass, my buddy Ant Mass.
I love the punter.
I like that play too for special teams player of the year. Good.
Me and Tooch know about the punter more than anyone. Just bet an Iowa game.
It's not going to be returned, guys, since they had all these new rules about returning stuff. Yep. So
we'll get that for you next week, Ant Mass.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
See ya.